Today is the first day of my show, and we're going to be doing a class here, and it's starting at 12 o'clock. So you still have about an hour to sign up. This is kind of the last call, and I'm out here just kind of whipping around the show, the convention center area, on the one wheel, and it's been awesome. Woke up this morning, played a little golf, got ready for the day, and now just waiting for the class that's currently in my room to finish setting up. And for those of you guys who don't know, if you weren't paying any attention, basically Gamma and Johnny B, the product company, now have some dual certified educators, which, wait for this helicopter to pass. Now look how pretty it is here, y'all. This is the front entrance. You guys want to see what the front of the show looks like? I was just inside there. Yo, the transformation that's about to take place is crazy. But y'all can kind of see inside there. Everybody's taking pictures in front of the premiere sign. Like, everybody here is just so predictable. Like, oh my God, I went to premiere. Oh my God, I want to take a picture in front of the sign. Nah, I'm just kidding. But realistically, this is where you should be, man. This is where you should be. If you guys are in this business, you're taking your business seriously, you want to kind of expand your skill sets, this is the day to do it. So I don't know if you guys know how this works, but tomorrow is actually the start of the show. So you have Sunday and Monday. Those are actual show days. And there's education that will take place throughout the show. But on Saturday is a straight education day. Like, all these rooms are filled right now with students doing anything from hair, nails, barbering. And, you know, they sit in on these classes. Some of them cost money, like mine, and some of them are free with your ticket. So, you know, if you're down here and you want to go to the show, we're in West 308. West 308 is actually right here across this bridge. When you come in from the Rosen Hotel, we're literally like the first room on the right when you first walk in. You see the premiere sign and all that stuff downstairs. That's where we'll be at. We'll be hanging out all day. Tap in. Where you coming from? Are you going to the show? Are you going to be in there? And smash that thumbs up while you're in here, man. You guys got a lot of people. We got a lot of people already up in here. Got my hair all did this morning. Kenny hooked me up yesterday. How's it looking? Beard's still on fleek. But yeah, this morning we went out, played a little golf. This is like the only day where it's not like too crazy. So we got a little bit of time this morning to kind of do our thing. But like after basically 3 o'clock, everything's gonna kind of all hell's gonna break loose. The whole Gamma team's gonna be here. Victorino, Taylor Cuts. We got Prince the Fit Barber. We got Jay Faded Barber. He's gonna be here. I'm not sure everybody else, but we got a squad about to pull up. So basically the way it works is we usually do like a pre-show meeting, make sure everybody's on board with everything we're doing. And yo, we got some blockbuster deals, man. I was looking at the deal sheet. Check this out, y'all. You guys buy a Rebel. I don't even know if I'm allowed to tell you this, but since you guys are subscribers, I'm gonna tell you. You guys buy a Rebel, you're gonna get the Ace blow dryer for free. That's a crazy cool deal. There was a lot of deals on that sheet while supplies last, obviously. A lot of you guys come to the shows and you think it's smart to buy something on the last day because you don't want to like carry it around or nothing. There's nothing wrong with doing something like that if the supplies are going to be there, but with some brands and some tools that are just super hot, that's not a good move because when you get there, they're going to be gone. On that second day, they're going to be gone. So when's the last time that you guys joined a class? Like, realistically, I have been putting a lot of effort into designing a lot of these classes throughout the last year. It's been a crazy year, and in doing so, I've sat in with other educators as they were teaching, and I've learned so many things just this year alone. Like, I feel like right now, you guys are living in the age of the future, man. This is a golden age for barbering, for us to come out here and really expand our skill sets, make connections, maybe make business connections, maybe make some money off of these things. Like, there is so much green grass here, it's crazy. So in this class, I will be providing some tools. Everybody's gonna be using some Rebel clippers. I think we got Rebel clippers and Rebel trimmers, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna cover clipper over comb, we're gonna cover a full fade, we're gonna get through all kinds of different stuff. And when you get right down to it, man, this is going to be a really fun class. You guys are going to enjoy this. And if you guys specifically have never been to one of these shows, you're going to like a lot of what you see at the Orlando premiere show. Don't forget, man. Don't get it twisted. The girls in Florida, man, it's crazy. We're close to Miami. We're only a couple hours away. And when you come here, you're going to really enjoy a lot of the sights, if you know what I mean. And you just might learn a thing or two. So really hope to see you guys all here. I don't have a ton of time to stay live with you guys. I will be taking some videos throughout the process. I really appreciate you, man. 150 of y'all tapped in, man. Imagine if 150 of you guys pushed the thumbs up. If you guys can understand the amount of work that I've been trying to put into the YouTube channel and how sometimes like it just don't feel like it's going my way, like I push. If you guys understood the level of work, I literally get up every single day at like 5 a.m. just so I could try to put together content for you guys and just try to make it engaging, try to make it fun. It's not always fun learning. So, you know, when I get like 150 people in the room, man, it would do a lot of good if all of you guys were to hit the thumbs up. I know it would kill you to hit that button because like you would just have to like make 2 moves with your thumb and that would be like terrible to do. But if you guys can understand the amount of work and how it helps when you do those types of things, we really do appreciate you, man. So what is everybody up to today? Tap in. Let me know where you're from, what you're doing. Are you working? Is this just a normal day at work for you? Or are you off today? Are you coming to the show? If not this show, are you coming to the next show? Like, what's it looking like? I'll tell you guys right now, if you guys are on the West Coast, the Las Vegas Barber Expo is still, that one's still on the docket. And that's going to be a killer show because if Jay Majors puts a show on, I've learned it's a whole different story. It's a whole different story, man. Mr. Meat's second account. He sent my G. I'm seeing my cousin. Let's go. You know, that's what I'm talking about, man. I appreciate you for tapping in, man. I don't know how there could be 150 people in there and we only get one comment. But appreciate you, Skate. Thank you, man, for jumping in here. What's up, bro? So, yeah, man, we're out here. I'm actually just waiting for one of the Gamma team members about to pull up with a pile of clippers, whole pile of clippers. Thank you for hitting that like button. I really do appreciate you. After that whole soliloquy, only 2 people hit it. But it's all good, man. It's all good. But I'm waiting for Cece. She's going to pull up with a pile of clippers, and I got to take them all up into the classroom. I realized something kind of dumb. I packed all my clippers, and I did not pack one charger. Not one single charger. And I don't think it's going to matter because I got a bunch of clippers. Now I said, what happened to you? What do you mean what happened to me? What happened to you? Where you been? But, yeah, so once those clippers get here, I'm going to go there, set up that whole thing. They're all going to get mannequins. They all get mannequins. They get stands. They're all going to leave with a little bit of product and a lot of knowledge. And soon I'm going to be doing another one of these 3-hour intense classes, possibly in a city near you. If you let me know where you are, you got a better chance of me doing it somewhere local to you. Right now, we're targeting Atlanta, and that's kind of where we're at. Carlos Garcia, he said, I'm a beginner barber. What's the best way to gain clientele? I made business cards already. If any of you guys were in the live yesterday, we kind of went over this topic, like make sure, like just making business cards are good, but when you go to hand them out, make sure that they're quality handouts. You don't want to just go randomly up to a stranger and just be like, bam, here's a card, come see me. Like that's, the percentage play of that working is very, very low. A better way to do it would be, say, go to church, start to show your face somewhere. It doesn't even need to be church. It could be a community place, a thing, whatever. You go somewhere regularly, you start to make some friends. Don't tell them that you cut hair. Don't say nothing about it. And then after you build some familiarity, you can hand out that card. And now you're actually going to see some traction from that type of a handout. Or at the very least, like, for instance, let's put it this way. Let's say that you guys see a pretty girl that you want to go and try to take out. So you run right up to her. You're like, hey, you want to get married and have kids? That's what that's like when you hand out a card, a business card to somebody, just straight cold. Like, I just go over to this dude right here. Like, here's a business card. Like, should I try it? Y'all want to see how it goes? And it's not going to go good. But, you know, when you do that, you're just straight cold calling people. That's not going to work that good, right? But a better way to do that would be to go over there, see what kind of shirt he's wearing. Maybe he's wearing a Chicago Bears shirt. Go over there and tell him about how bad the Bears suck and, you know, how good a fan he is for sticking around all this time. There's like, you know, have a little conversation with people, man. You gotta wine and dine them a little bit before you try to take them to bed. That's all I'm saying. You know, you gotta beat around the bush a little bit. You gotta beat around the bush a little bit, and then you're gonna actually get something more out of that business card handout. But really, if you really want to see a lot of clients, go to church, man. I'm telling you right now, go to church, start showing your face there regularly, join some of the other groups, and then bang, you're gonna have a ton of people starting to show up at your shop. I have seen that strategy work probably the most effectively. But maybe you play basketball, you go to the local courts. Maybe that's somewhere you go all the time. You start to build some clientele there. You start to build some familiarity there. You know, anywhere you can go regularly and show your face around, you know, like when you work at a shop, more than likely you're gonna find like a restaurant you like to go to, you know, a place where you go for lunch, a place where maybe you go for breakfast. Keep those places the same. Go there every day. Say hello, get to know everybody. You know, shake hands when you get a chance to, talk to everybody, introduce yourself. You know, hey guys, you know, I'm Eddie, I'm the barber right next door, just letting you know. But yeah, I'm just here for a coffee. And you know, you build that familiarity. But before long, they'll ask you. I like to do it like that. Like me personally, I'm not like gonna go out here and beg somebody, like, cause let's put it this way. Nobody wants somebody who's desperate, right? Go to somebody like, God, I'm desperate. I need a girlfriend. Can you please go out with me? Like, how's that gonna go over? But how about this? Nah, you cool, man. You cool, calm, and collected. You go up there, you're like, I don't need you. There's a million girls like, I don't need you. Now they want you. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of psychological stuff that you got to think about, you know. But if you understand it, that's the good news, because like me, I understand how to do all this. Like, I don't care where I go in the world, what city, what state, don't matter how big, how small it is. I know exactly what I would do to start to take over my next city. Right? And I'd be just as busy as I am today. Give me a year. And the other thing that I'm gonna warn you about, I'm gonna warn you guys about this, because I think this was a good topic that we talked about a little bit yesterday. I touched on this. But barbering is think of this as a game that you gotta be really mentally fit for, because it can be so easy to start getting negative to yourself. And you'll say things to yourself like, man, I'm just not good enough. Other barbers are better. That's why I'm dead. You know, I can't stack up. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I made a big mistake going to school. Like you can talk yourself in and out of anything. So when you get right down to it, you're gonna have to be really mentally fit. Like let's say you have a day where you go to the shop and you only do 2 haircuts and you're there for 8 hours. You think that day was a total waste, right? Wrong. That's where you're wrong, because you put in the time, you stayed there, and you did the thing that you were supposed to do. And at the end of the day, if a client would have came in, let's say Joe comes in, gets a haircut, he's very impressed by you, you took him at the end of the day, even though he knew you were right about to close, you kept the door open for him, you took good care of him. Joe says, you know what, I got 3 kids, and they got friends. I'm gonna try to bring them here. Next thing you know, Joe turned into 10, 15 clients. The problem is, you're not mentally fit enough to understand that that will happen to you, so you go home early. You give up sometimes. You say, you know what? I've been here all day. I'm good. I put the work in. And then you go around and tell people about how you're a hustler. You're a grinder. You're a guy that's going to get it. You are all those things, and you can be all those things. But to talk that, we got to live it. You know what I mean? So when you get right down to it, you really got to be mentally fit. Like, yo, you know what? Today, maybe it didn't go the way I wanted it to go, but I am 100% dogged in my pursuit of this. I know for a fact this is for me. I know for a fact I'm going to figure this out. And, you know, nothing will defeat me, period. I'll never let nothing defeat me. Like, I will be the king of this city, period. And I don't even got to tell any of that stuff to myself. I already know it. I believe it. I know it inside. I know what I bring to the table. And you do too, even if you're new at this. You know, the people I like the most, like that I like to see in a shop the most, the people who take up barbering as a second career. Now, why would you say this, Ed? Because those of us who have only cut hair our whole life, right? I only cut hair my whole life. I would say I was a little bit spoiled. I was a little bit arrogant sometimes. I was like, you know, people would tell me about a good job that they got, and I would think internally, I make more money than you before 9 o'clock on a Wednesday. Like, I would think things like that sometimes. And I was like kind of arrogant and spoiled, and I didn't appreciate what I had. You know what I mean? And I took a break from the business. I really didn't leave the business entirely, but I went to work at a factory for a little while. And when I was in the factory, I was like crying miserable. I was the laughing stock of the people that I thought I was making fun of in my mind. And I felt so bad for these people because I knew this was only temporary for me. I knew that I would be going back to cutting hair, but I felt so bad for the people that I couldn't take with me because they didn't have the skill set I had. And that made me appreciate it. So when I came back, it was like gloves off. I don't care. I'm going to punch this business in the face. I'm going to make my mark on it. I'm going to grow my channel to 100,000 subscribers. I'm going to buy my shop. And I did all that in 1 year because mentally I was fit. Mentally I was fit. Mentally I believed in myself. And realistically, it didn't even really take no convincing. Like, I believed it. I didn't even have to talk to myself. I'm not like one of these people who's got to get in the mirror and be like, oh, you are great. You are this, you are that. Like, I don't do any of that. I don't care about any of that. I just internally, it's like I know it. It's like an instinct. It's like, why does a dog chase a cat? It's instinct. And that's what it can become for you too. But when you talk it, you gotta walk it. And I think that's what's really cool about me teaching these classes is because I've been talking this shit, but I've been walking this too. A lot of people see me, they're like, even people in my own shop, they're like, damn, man, you leave early. You're only here 2 days a week. Let's not get it twisted, y'all. I was there from 5 a.m. till 8 p.m. and I did that for 15 years straight. And until you've done that and created a future for yourself outside of the barbershop, then in my case, it includes teaching people. I am very passionate about this. This is something that it fills me. And thankfully, I found a way to make money doing this, and it doesn't feel like work. So don't get it twisted when you see me leaving the shop early. Don't forget that I'm still up at 5 a.m. tapping away on that keyboard, making content for you guys. And don't get it twisted when you see me, dipping out of town, because I'm actually over here teaching people, making a difference in the world. And throughout my videos, I know it's reached millions of people, but like in person, I have reached thousands of people just this year alone. So shout out to Stylecraft and Gamma for really making that possible, because I built all those curriculums out for you guys on my YouTube channel. They seen it, they liked it, and they helped me form a team. And now we're teaching a lot of the stuff that I created throughout the country. And you can't imagine how that makes me feel. I remember going to this show, and it's this show right here, Orlando Premiere, that started it all for me. But I remember going to this show when I didn't have anything. I was a nobody. Nobody knew who I was from anybody. And it was, like I'd sit back and I kind of look at the people up on the stages, and I'd kind of just like look around, and I'm like, wow, how did they accomplish all this, And now to come back here and be on the stage, looking the other way, I don't ever want to forget how I felt that day. I want to go to that person that feels like that tomorrow, and I want to say, yo, you can do it too. You can be right up here next to me. The show is Orlando Premiere. It's about to get started tomorrow. If you get to Orlando in time, you can make it. And I'll tell you one thing about Florida, man. We got some of the best Cuban coffee, best looking women, best governor in the whole country, best gun laws, best everything. You ain't beating Florida. And that's why this show goes so hard, man. This show goes really hard. I was just inside. I'll share it with you guys in a minute. I was just inside the actual showroom floor, and you guys wouldn't believe how chaotic it is in there right now. But it's everything is just everywhere. It's crazy. But in just 24 hours, it's going to be transformed into the most like fun vibe you've ever seen. And we're right next to Hattori Hanzo, which is dope. Florida boy here just popped in. Let's go. We Florida boys up in here. I was in the elevator. Must have been some New Yorkers or something. But they were like, oh, social distancing. They were like literally saying that in the elevator. And I just looked at them and I was like, you're in Florida, right? We never cared about that. They were laughing. I was like, nah, you're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. Yeah, the humidity is whatever, I don't even think about it no more. I mean, there must have been a time where the heat bothered me, but like literally I go play golf like every single afternoon. I pretty much do that every day. It's the only thing that really allows me to kind of put my mind to rest, because like I got one of these brains that just, yeah, I'll lay there in bed and I'll start spinning and spinning and spinning and thinking about what I got to do tomorrow, how I'm going to do this, what I'm going to do that, what video comes next. Like I'll literally drive myself like crazy. I drive myself to the brink where I can't even sleep sometimes. But when I go and play golf, I just go there and I'm like, I just let it all go, man. Nothing even matters. That's why I played this morning, exercised last night. We'll hit the weights tonight. I mean, it's a beautiful life. Spencer, what up, man? What up? Good to see you, buddy. I'm doing well. Erickson Fort Myers. I'm from Naples, man. I'm just, you know, I drove up here from Naples last night. So, all right, so I really do appreciate you guys for joining me in this live. If you can get into this class, you guys can check out how to sign up. You got to go through the Orlando Premier website. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I wish it would have been easier. Like, it should have been a link. You click it and bang. And, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know why Orlando Premier does the shows the way they do. I guess it's because they have so many classes going on. So you would have to hunt for Johnny B Gamma Stylecraft class. Once you guys find that, bang, you're in there like swimwear. So, speaking of which, I got about 5 minutes before the door is about to open to my class, and I'm about to pick up the package, get all the clippers up in there. So I will catch you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna go live quite a few more times throughout the show. So, you know, just keep it locked, be subscribed. I know you already are, or you wouldn't even be in the live. And I appreciate you guys for thumbs up the video. I'll catch you guys in a little bit here. Peace.